Alrighty, welcome back. Welcome back. Today is March 10th, currently about 3:10:25. Just wanted to do a quick recap of the day. Today was a good day as far as if you took trades. So, to start off, I traded SPY, which could have had a lot of other opportunities, excuse me. As we see, Tesla was an insane day with losing about 15% here, and various other stocks just falling. But as I'm trading my small account up, I choose just to focus on SPY. So going back to SPY, let's get it back up here. I started the day. Like I said, I used the OR method, so just using the 5 minute opening range breakout. No, there's two ways you can either start this. I usually start mine by just counting out the five candles from the first 5 minutes. So as we see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right at that 9:35 time frame here at the bottom. Marking green with the top of the range, and red with the bottom of the range. Basically, what we're doing here is just waiting for a breakout. So we actually had a lot of chop and a lot of consolidation for the most of the day, until we saw about here. Now, this is where I took my trade. So I entered a short position, which you all could have entered a little bit later on. I entered here and had a very tight stop loss, entering at this high here. There we go. And I actually, he was going for exactly where it hit. So, as we can see, basically, we had a retest. So with this method, basically, we're just looking for that breakout retest, and we do not want it to we're just retesting these lows here. And what I do is I normally wait for these wicks to create. So as you can see, it did retest and break this, but as the wicks did, it did not execute my stop loss. So I entered the trade, and as we see, price action just followed suit. But this could have also been your first retest here. And we could have used this as our short position, which as you see, I did later on. As it retested here, I went ahead and entered another short position with a tight stop loss. And basically, I had a firm bias that was going to hit the 562 levels, as this trend line here is from, let's see if we can go back. Excuse my charts. It's so messy. My goodness. Okay, here we go. If we look on the 4 hour, this is from the top of, I think this was February 19th. Yes. So when we were at all-time highs, basically to now, it follows this linear trend line, and that's actually what I used to have my exit point. So I knew it was going to at least hit this 562. Excuse me, I can't speak as it's late at night. So I know it's going to hit this 562 level. That's all we need. I was in and out basically. These little things that I see here was basically just marking fair value gaps. I knew if it went there, it would continue price action, which it actually continued all the way to my next psychological critical level at 558 here. As I see, we have a few. But yeah, it was a quick, easy day for trading. If you have a small account, I highly recommend using the orb method. Excuse me. That's just that opening range breakout. It's really useful, really simplistic, and that is the key to trading. Is just keep it simple, keep it simplistic, and stay consistent, stay disciplined in what your strategy is. So going into tomorrow, I think we need to see some consolidation. We don't need to, but that is my bias. Just having we hit this 558 level and having about almost a month straight of downfall, I do think we have to see some consolidation here. And with this major level at 558, as you see, we've had multiple levels of resistance, and now I think it should be creating a support. I could be wrong. We could enter this 540 range as I have that on my fib. But you never know. You never know. So going into tomorrow, that's kind of what I'm looking at. We'll see what pre-market does here, and we'll check back in with tomorrow's analysis. But yeah, I'm expecting tomorrow to hit 566, but we play reactive and not predictive. So just kind of be ready, use that opening range breakout method, and we'll see. We'll go from there. But yeah, overall, it was a good day of trading. I made a little bit of capital today, nothing too crazy. But yeah, more proud of just the execution. So I always keep a rectangular bar to our previous day lows and highs, just kind of helping us throughout the day to see if we fill these gaps here. And sometimes, I mean, I expect this range as if we're looking on the 4 hour here, that is a fair value gap, that needs to kind of be filled in here. So I expect 566 to 568 range tomorrow. We'll see if that actually executes, but that's my bias. A lot of stocks as far as what is low and what I am looking at to long here. So Tesla's one of those that if we look on the daily, I mean, it has absolutely tanked today, losing 15%. I mean, that is a tremendous fall. I do have my next psychological level at 210. Who knows if it'll hit, just kind of be reactive there. But either way, if you're longing, I think this is a good time to buy. So started to port and deploy some cash there. There's a lot of retail stocks that are available, but I would stay away from the retail as far as especially if you have a small account. Google here, as we see, I usually have a multiple touch. I call it just the recession line. As the stock continues to fall, it kind of hits this bottom trend line here, as we see here. I think Google's a great time to buy. As you see, even as we come closer, it's kind of tested this line and stayed tested. It broke today. So there's a possibility we see 160, but I'm not sure. But I think it's a great time to buy. Nvidia is also at a very nice discount, 101 compared to all-time highs at 153. Now, I do think it can come lower, but once again, if you're longing, it's a good time to long. Everything is at discount. And this is talking about future holds, like future long-term holds. I do think the market has a lot more to fall throughout the year, but just in the immediate moments. Something that I'm eyeing pretty closely is Microsoft. Now, as you can see, I have my bottom recession trend line, as I call it. If we go on to the 4 hour, I think it has the ability to come back to this 386, but I really want to see this 366 happen. So we'll see if this happens. As you see, it broke and now it's kind of following this trend line. And before it was following this kind of wedge pattern here, broke out of that. And today we had a massive fall of about 13 points, so only 3.3%, but it was just huge falls throughout today. So that's kind of all that I have today. We'll see what's tomorrow. Today was a good day as far as trading. We entered positive. We actually ended the day negative because we closed some long positions that just were not some good buys. But we'll see what happens. The VIX has been going crazy, which I think if you're also on a small account, it could be a good time to start shorting just for longer out, maybe end of the month. But who knows? We've seen some extreme spikes, and this is another extreme spike. So anytime that you see the market really fall today, you'll see VIX go up. So as the market starts to cool down, we'll see that start to come back. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. Hope you all have a good one. We'll see how the market treats us tomorrow.